It's interesting to only see 2 other cars on this whole drive into the park. Yeah, definitely a quiet morning. It's not even that early. It's 8 o'clock now, and the temperature is pretty nice, so it'll be a good day to do a few hikes. So when Amanda and I first started this trip, I was like losing it trying to find this freaking collapsible kettle that I had bought. I was really excited because I finally had the inverter installed so I could actually use it because it's a little bit too much power for the Jackery that I had. And I finally just found it yesterday. It was in a place that I had looked but just missed it. But yeah, making some oatmeal, testing it out, finally. It's interesting. I knew that there had been some wildfires in this area, but it's, you know, from the road and from the little bit of hiking I did, it seems like it's this whole entire that has all these burned trees. And I don't know, I've seen a couple signs about it, but I haven't seen anything about what years it happened, and I'm interested to see if I can figure that out, because it seems like some areas just have, you know, these really small plants that are kind of starting to come back into growth, and then other areas have some young like pine trees and aspen trees, which would make me think that's a little bit of an older burn. So yeah, I'll see if I can get some more information, but it's definitely interesting visiting areas like this. I think people might not necessarily think of it as being as beautiful as it might be if it was like a lush forest, but I think there is a beauty to it, and you know, fire is a very natural part of the world and part of the ecosystem maintaining its health. So yeah, I don't know, it's interesting to see, and the fall colors are kind of coming back now that I'm a little bit further south, I guess. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful day. I didn't realize that this trail was gonna take me into a different park. Also, it's very dry. A lot of the like creeks and waterfalls are like completely dry right now, and the ones that are still flowing are really low. But that's kind of the time of year, I think. I've left Waterton, which means I'm headed towards the US border. I'm feeling a little sad. I'm not ready to leave Canada. I know I still have like a lot of cool things to see on this trip. I'm still going through Glacier and Yellowstone, and then I get to see all the homies in Colorado. But I don't know, it's kind of weird. It feels like crossing back into this border is like its own sort of little ending, I guess. And I guess it is in some ways, but yeah, so not quite ready to leave Canada, but that's alright, because we are on to bigger and brighter things. Wow, okay, that was so easy. America does not give a heck. That man asked me where I was going, and I was like, oh, going to St. Mary and then on to Colorado, and he said, awesome, it's a good day for a hike. And I was like, yeah. And he handed me my passport and said, have a great day. It's weird to be back in the US, but of course it's not that different yet. So gotta readjust to my miles per hour. I've gotten used to staring at the kilometers. Let me know what the speed limit is over here. Okay, so I'm taking the road up to Mini Glacier. I know that it's closed, but if I remember right, the entrance station is like a decent bit up this road, so I'm hoping I can get to this little overlook. I remember the very first time I drove here last August, I guess it was. I was driving on the road to Mini Glacier and I saw a grizzly bear like down in the river, like playing in the water. It was so cute. But there's like still some nice overview spots, and maybe I can walk down to the river if there aren't any bears around. I just drove through the entrance. Cool, I don't know, maybe it's open after all. That's sweet. I thought it would be like blocked off or something, but there's nobody in the station, but the gates are fully open, so looks like I get a day in Mini. Yay! Alright, so I am on the trail up to Bullhead Lake. Definitely feeling some like nostalgia or whatever. This is the first trail that I did when I first got to Glacier last August, but I didn't go all the way to Bullhead Lake. I only went up to the falls with the ranger, so I'm gonna go all the way this time, and yeah, pretty excited. Still very confused because I definitely thought this whole mini glacier area was closed and that the road was closed, so I don't know if I misread the date or something, but it's definitely open, and I got a campsite for tonight so that tomorrow I can get up early and do a little bit of a bigger hike. Maybe to, I don't know what I'll do actually, so stay tuned. So last year when I did this hike, I did the ranger-led one because I was so nervous to be hiking in bear country alone. And for most of my time here, I hiked with other people, and then finally this weird circumstance happened. I was supposed to hike with somebody, they no-showed, so I hiked alone and finally got the confidence to do that. Which I'm super grateful for, especially for spending the summer in Alaska. I definitely had the confidence in myself and my, awareness, knowledge of bear spray. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to joke around about, but I think a lot of people make comments to me about, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this alone. It's if I didn't do it alone, I'd be waiting around forever. So, gotta get out there. Gotta push your comfort zone and face your fears and all that good stuff, so. Okay. I'm so sweaty. I was really trying to boogie it up to Bullhead Lake quickly because I was worried about losing daylight, and then figured I would see how much time I had and maybe go up Swift Current Pass, at least part of the way. So, that's what I'm doing now. It's fucking gorgeous out here. Very hot, very beautiful. Look at these colors. Whew. Okay, this is going to be basically impossible to see on the phone, but that little dot right around there, that is a grizzly bear. Sick. I think that I underestimate myself a little bit because this is I don't know, I thought I'd be pretty tired by this point in the hike and not wanting to do all this elevation gain, but I feel like I could go all the way up to Swift Current Pass. The things that are holding me back are my ankle's starting to hurt a little bit. I've injured it twice in the last year now, so I try to listen when it's barking at me and telling me that it's hurting because I don't want to make it any worse. And also the time of day, I mean, it's getting close to 4 p.m. Got a few hours left of daylight, but that's not something I want to push too much, so I don't know. This is a pretty nice little lookout spot I've got here, so I think I might take a snack and then head back down to the lake down there and maybe go for a little swim before I head back to camp, so. I am so happy that I came back here. Freaking love Glacier. this desk spot at night like this before, but I have this tiny little light right here, and it actually works perfectly to light this up for journaling, so that's nice to know.